In continuation of the last videos on alkanes of BSc Part 1 Organic Chemistry, in this video we are going to study about rate of the reaction and collision theory. Rate of the reaction can be explained on the basis of collision theory. Any chemical reaction occurs with effective collisions between the reacting molecules. Effective collisions means those collisions which form product. Effective collisions depends on two factors: orientation factor and energy factor. So first let's start with orientation factor. For effective collisions, the reacting molecules should be oriented in proper direction. For example, if we discuss the reaction of chlorine free radical with hydrogen bromide, it forms hydrogen chloride and bromine free radical. Infinite orientations may be attained in the collision between chlorine free radical and hydrogen bromide. Some are as follows. So here we see there are four orientations in which first, second, and third orientations are in which the chlorine free radical is approaching HBr from the bromine side and there is no reaction. In the fourth orientation, the chlorine free radical is approaching the HBr from hydrogen side and it results in product formation, that is, it is effective collision. So from the above collisions, it is clear that the effective collision is that in which chlorine atom collides with HBr from hydrogen side, and those collisions in which chlorine atom collides with HBr from bromine side are ineffective. The next factor is energy factor. Minimum amount of energy which is required to convert reactants into products by the collision between reacting molecules is called activation energy. Number of collisions in between reacting molecules per unit volume in 1 second is known as collision frequency. As the collisions increase, number of the effective collisions increase. Rate of the reaction increases and reaction takes place rapidly. So rate of the reaction is directly proportional to collision frequency. Collision frequency increases with the increase in concentration of reacting molecules. In gaseous state, the number of collisions per unit volume increase with the increase in pressure, so rate of the reaction increases. As the temperature increases, the velocity of the reacting molecules increases, which increases the number of collisions and also the rate of the reaction. Hence, rate of the reaction increases with increase in concentration of reacting molecules and also with temperature. Now we come to the energy of activation. Reacting molecules oriented in proper direction collide, but all collisions are not effective, so chemical reactions does not occur every time. For effective collisions or for the completion of the reaction, reacting molecules should be possessing of minimum amount of energy, and this minimum amount of energy which has to be possessed by the reacting molecules is known as activation energy. So the minimum amount of energy that has to be obtained by the collisions between the reacting molecules which can complete the reaction is known as activation energy. To explain activation energy, let's consider the reaction between methane and chlorine free radical. In this reaction, methane molecule reacts with chlorine free radical to form one molecule of HCl and methyl free radical. And as the equation, we can see that the chlorine free radical combines with methane and HCl is formed and methyl free radical is formed. So now, from the above reaction, it is clear that for the formation of the HCl bond, 103 kilocalorie per mole energy is produced, and for breaking of CH3H bond, 104 kilocalorie per mole is required. It seems that 1 kilocalorie per mole energy is required to carry out reaction, but it is not so. Practically, 4.0 kilocalorie per mole is the activation energy, and it is obtained from the kinetic energy of the reacting molecules. In chlorination of methane, out of 8 collisions of methane and chlorine, only one collision is effective, in which molecules are oriented in proper direction, and out of 40 collisions, only one collision is effective, which produces energy to achieve the activation energy or to complete the reaction. Chlorination of methane can also be explained by energy profile diagram. So here we see in this and this energy profile diagram, it is clear that activation energy is the energy barrier between the reactants and the products. It is an energy hill. To convert reactants into products, it has to cross the energy barrier. The difference in energies of reacting molecules and top of the energy barrier is equal to the activation energy. At top of the energy barrier, transition state is obtained in which bond breaking between reacting molecules and bond formation between products takes place simultaneously. For example, CH bond of methane breaks partially and partially bond between chlorine and hydrogen atom is formed. Free radical properties of chlorine decrease and free radical properties of carbon atom of methane increases. The potential energy difference between the reacting molecules and transition state is called as activation energy, and potential energy difference between the reactants and products represents the enthalpy of reaction. So here we can see the enthalpy of the reaction is 1 kilocalorie per mole. Similarly, in the bromination of methane, the reaction between methane and bromine free radical requires activation energy of 18 kilocalorie per mole. So we see the theory applied in calculation of activation energy. First reaction in which bond breaking takes place, their activation energy is more than zero. In endothermic reactions, where breaking of bond and its formation takes place, their activation energy is more than enthalpy of reaction. This theory can be explained on the basis of energy changes in first propagating step of chlorination and bromination of methane. Both the reactions are endothermic. Energy changes in chlorination of methane as shown in figure 4.1 as we have seen before, and the energy changes in bromination of methane as shown in figure 1.2. We can see that the reacting molecules are at lower energy level than the products. Thus, the transition state is at higher energy level, that is at top of the energy barrier than both the reactants and the products. Activation energy is energy difference in between transition state and reactants, and enthalpy of reaction is the potential energy difference in between reactants and products. Therefore, amount of the activation energy is more than enthalpy of the reaction. So if we see the reaction between bromine free radical and methane, we see that the delta H, that is the energy required to break the CH3H bond, is 104 kilocalorie per mole, but the energy required to but the energy released by the formation of the HBr bond is 88 kilocalorie per mole. So the energy of activation is plus 18 kilocalorie per mole. Now we come to the third step, or the third case, in which in gaseous state only homolytic fission of bond takes place, no new bond is formed, so energy of the activation is equal to the enthalpy of reaction, which can be explained by the first initiation step, that is by homolytic fission of chlorine molecule. So in the homolytic fission of chlorine molecule, the energy required to break the bond is 58 kilocalorie per mole, but in the products we see there is no energy change. Hence, the energy of activation is 58 kilocalorie per mole. Now in the fourth state, we see that in gaseous state, two free radicals combine to form product and energy of activation becomes zero. Example, chain terminating step of chlorination of methane, in which two methyl free radicals combine to form ethane molecules. Here we see that there are two methyl free radicals which combine to form ethane. As there is no energy required, as they are to as there is no energy requirement for the formation of two methyl radicals which are already formed, there is no energy of activation, and the energy for the formation of the ethane bond is 88 kilocalorie per mole. That is, the energy released by the formation of the ethane bond is 88 kilocalorie per mole. So the enthalpy of formation is minus 88 kilocalorie per mole, and the energy of activation is zero, as there is no requirement of energy for the methyl radical. That's all for today. Thank you.